Yeah, he was in Lethal's Zone. Even Jet it. Ah. So apparently everybody's got to hear my fat ass till Tim does his thing here.
Okay, now you should be able to hear me. I have no idea why that happened. Apparently, they must have done another update for. Let that be known to anybody who has a Yeti. Apparently, they did another update and changed the name of it again. So it was an update last time, but I didn't know it did that. Maybe it's just through Streamlabs. But yeah, thank you for letting me know. And yeah, I just wanted to do a thank you episode because we've had a lot of positivity moving through, the whole community. Like I was telling Lando, apparently only Lando, the not just on here, but we see it on different shows in the chats, on the shows. We're seeing it on Instagram, Twitter, pretty much all social medias, including Facebook. You see some of the positivity moving. Jedi, you'd be one of them as well. Thank you for being here. And I wanted to do a positive show instead of doing one at. I know it's that time of year where we need to focus on what our triggers and stuff are, and we'll probably do a little bit more in depth triggers and what we can do to try and. That's next week's show, a little prelude. But I thought it was important that we did a thank you for everyone because you deserve it. Everyone that watches this, and if you are someone that knows someone else that's been a part of this push, thank them for me, please, because it makes a huge difference in our community to see this positive push, especially in times of need. Like right now, we have legislation for our community that's kind of driving us all crazy. That's a trigger for most of us. So, with all this going on, the positivity is really more necessary than ever. And yeah, it's been a wonderful week. As far as seeing that go, I have seen people coming out of things that they used to not be able to deal with well. People coming forward faster, not feeling that stigma of not being able to reach out. That has gotten better and better. I've seen people that really would not reach out before actually doing it, which is a huge difference. Lando, you got to admit, the change in you from a year and a half ago to now. I mean, that's amazing and very positive.
Yeah, most
Yeah,
people wish I would shut the fuck up nowadays. They're like, we miss you being muted.
yeah, but it's true. I mean, this community has become more than I expected. I mean, I expected it to be a small handful of people that would only, the Discord's still kind of small, but if someone does have an issue, you see someone step up. And sometimes it's someone you don't expect or you haven't seen in a while. All of a sudden, they've been in there watching, just waiting, and someone needs something. Or they're watching and it's making them feel better that there is a community to do that. And that actually is huge. That's what the purpose of it was. And honestly, you never know when you start something if it's actually going to become what you expect. You have hopes, you have dreams for it, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen. I'm thanking you all tonight, and the reason for this show tonight is to thank you for the fact that it's become more of a reality than I ever expected it to. I see UK shows, I see Australian shows, and you see this movement continue through like all over the world, and to be able to do that just by trying to spread a little positivity and seeing it actually branch out makes a huge difference in my life because it makes me feel better about myself as well. And I hope it does that same for all of you, including you, Lando. As much as you can be, there's no better word, smartass. As much as you can be a smart ass, I've seen you be there for a few people when they needed it, and that's actually huge. It really is. Uh,
Yeah, as long as it's not something annoying like I can't get someone to like me.
or
Yeah.
like someone singing the Friends theme song in chat. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Golden Girls.
Oh, golden. Oh yeah. Sorry. See, didn't even have it right. She had to correct me on that. I knew that song. I just couldn't place it. But no, I wanted to thank everybody, and that's all this show tonight was about: is thanking everyone, seeing who wanted to come on, and you can give thanks to others or pat yourself on the back. Like, no, seriously, pat yourself on the back. You've made it. You've made a
I'm
big
fat.
difference.
I can't reach.
As
My
best
arm
you
can
can.
only go like that, dude. I can't reach my fucking back.
I mean,
Being over 300 pounds will do that to you.
positivity really does go a long way, and it's so easy to let it slip. It's harder to hold on to positivity than it ever is to like keep it going. Keep it from going negative is what I meant to say. Because it's so easy to slip, especially when you go through a trigger situation like we're dealing with legislation we don't know. I mean, there's some things that we know are solid, but we don't know exactly what they're going to enforce. In that aspect, you have, we still have the virus going rampant all over the world. No matter what side of the coin you fall on, whether conspiracy theorist or not, it's a fact that there's something going on. It's definitely affecting the entire world. Hi, Ian. I love you, brother. No, and it just means a lot to do what we're doing and to see it working. To see people not slipping through the cracks when they're dealing with a serious issue, something's going on. See people reaching out or dealing with situations better. Some people don't deal with situations well at all, and now they're actually able to cope on their own when they need to. And that's because they have the support when they need it. And that just, I can't emphasize how huge that is. It's something that you'd want the world to be like, but the world truly isn't like that most of the time. We are creating that world here in a way that, like I said, it was a dream. It truly was a dream of mine to see this happen. Now, you don't know if it's ever going to become a reality, but it's really happening. And I know I feel like I am repeating myself here, but I just can't thank you guys enough. I can't thank everyone enough for doing this and keeping this going and trying to keep this positive movement alive. Because truth is, our lives are all better for it. I mean, tonight, we're going to keep that positive movement going again, because tonight's a recording night for Lando and I, by the way. So cheers. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
and I already know
by the look on my face how thrilled I am.
Yeah, but you are by the time you get done with it. When you're done, when you're done editing, that's when you're like, yes. Because usually up until the editing phase, you're like, this is work.
Well, actually, more of the lines, because I don't know how many episodes ago I found out that I can upload it to the thing without actually it being seen by other people. Like, I can set a time and date and stuff. When I do that, then I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm done. Because I do that immediately after I'm done recording or after I'm done editing. I'll put it on there. I'll put the picture up. I'll make sure that it's known that it's got pretty bad words in it. And then, I'll put what episode it is and everything. And then I'll just hit post later or whatever it's called. And that's it.
That's one of the things I do want to do tonight, and you can join in. Anyone can join in chat, or you can join in, Lando, as well. I want to try and thank as many of the places that we've seen the positivity in. It doesn't have to be it started here. I don't care. just that they're being a positive place and the positivity continues. I will say Frames has been doing this for a long time when he does his Throwdown Thursdays and stuff like that, definitely. And the Stuku Discord, we all know that was actually kind of a starting place for this. And that just seeing this positivity in these places, Lethal's Discord has always been a really positive place with lots of support in it. So we have these. Well, so is Rise and Vape Discord, very positive place, much positive people. We have the Lumi's Discord. I mean, these Discords are a big thing because they're 24 hours a day. They're available. There's usually someone there from different time zones that help you out a great deal. So if you're a part of these, utilize them and be the person to help if you can, because that's the only way we continue this positivity and get this. And thank you I'm giving you now is for doing what you've been doing. Lethal, you've done a lot in your Discord. Tabitha, it's great to see you. Like, I see Lethal always active in Discord, and someone's having an issue, he'll hop in Zoom with them. Sometimes at the drop of a hat if he can. That's not something that's really easy to do. Yeah, how's my puppy? Yeah. It's something that you need to... I know it sounds weird, but I feel like this positive reinforcement needs to happen. The thank you needs to come back. Because sometimes, that's why things die. Why positive movements die is because you do it and it's thankless. And after a while, you burn out because you feel like, why am I doing this? Well, I'm telling you right now, the reason why tonight's episode is titled that is because I want to thank each and every one of you that is helping others, that is there for one another. Or even if you're the one being helped, I'm thanking you for being there and accepting the help and getting reached out to. It makes a difference. If you don't respond, then it doesn't work. So all these aspects and all these little facets have to work together in order to create this situation that's working. It seems to be better. We haven't seen the level of depression. Remember last fall, about this time of year, how bad it was, Lando? How much we saw in our community? How downright, we're seeing a little toxicness, with all the stress. But do you guys remember last fall? About the same time of year? How bad it was, and we didn't even have the amount of legislation we have right now fighting us? It's not the same. It's better. And you're not seeing as deep, as dark. Ian, it's all okay. But it's great to see you guys here. Tabitha, it's always a pleasure to see you. Ian, it's always a pleasure to see you. You too, Lethal. Lady Liberty, thank you for being here. I know she's there, but she's also here. And Lando, thank you for being on. You've actually been extremely supportive of the show since the beginning. And I appreciate that a lot. And truthfully, I'll be honest, there's that almost well of tears really there, because I cannot believe what this community has accomplished and how much it's changed. You don't see people falling through the cracks as bad. If someone's having a bad time, you see someone reaching out to them at some point or finding out later that someone did. I mean, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to help everyone. If they cut you off and don't want help, or get that spot they don't want to accept help, you can't do anything. And it also doesn't mean that, they might not want your help. But as long as you're willing to offer it, it's a good chance that might make a difference. Oh yeah, the dog's snoring. If anybody can hear it, the dog, every time the light goes off for streaming, she doesn't snore all day long. You turn off the light for streaming overhead light and it's instant snoring. And here's a welcome coming in. Look at this. We have another positive member of the community. Thank you, Lethal. Thank you for what you've done.
I have to see this guy twice now.
I know, right? We just we're everywhere, Lando. We just can't get away from each other. We really can.
You guys are soulmates.
I just want to pop in and say to you, Tim, I love you, buddy, and you've done a great thing here. And I hope you continue to go on and push forward. It's been great seeing you doing your lives here. It's been great seeing you do the game lives. Maybe lighten up some lives. it's sometimes the littlest things that we do, or the seemingly small things that we do, that can make the greatest impact on somebody's life. And I think that that positivity has really shown through your show and what you do. And I appreciate that wholeheartedly, man. It's refreshing to see. I know you saw my post the other day on Facebook. I'm so tired and sad for this
Hey,
community
Nate.
because there are so many people as there are out there that are like you and myself, who give a damn about other people's health and mental health and their well-being, and just want to see them happy and live their lives the way they want, in a safer way. There are just as many people out there that spread so much bullshit about others simply because they have an opinion of them that maybe goes against what they say they stand for. You know, I've seen people go head to head with each other, and one day this person's releasing a YouTube video slamming this person. This one's releasing a YouTube video slamming that person. And the next day there's retorts from those people that were getting slammed. And I'm so done with that shit. And that's why I love coming here to this show. This is a very positive place to be. And you make it that safe haven for those that are not having an okay day or going through a rough time and need somebody. Just maybe, you're in chat, maybe you don't say anything, maybe you're just ghosting, but that's okay. Even if you just have to hear the words that are being said, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to talk. But there are people out there that do that just ghost because they need those words, and it's just a refreshing thing, man. Um, I know that this has helped me out a lot. I don't always show up, in chat or on the panel. I am here a bit, but, I'm not always around, but that doesn't mean that I don't love the show any less. Um, so yeah, I just have to say, bro, I love you. I love what you're doing, and I hope you keep it up. And it's meant the world to me as well as many, many others.
And I say the same for your Discord. I've seen you and I both got those responses in Discords. I've seen it in mine and I've seen it in yours, where people were ghosting for a long time till they felt comfortable and then came out and said it. And I'm sure there's those, like you said, that never speak up. But the
Right.
important thing is that we're there and we stay positive for those people as well as the people that we know. I mean, it's
Mhm.
nothing better than getting feedback that you've actually helped. I mean, that can make for a rainy day for when you just feel like everything's down for you and I. I'm sure
Mhm.
Lando, as much as he can be a jackass sometimes to pick on people, he's got a big heart and he's helped a lot of people too.
So I
It's
do have to say one other thing though, and this is
Yep,
completely unrelated to that topic I was just going on about, but
yep.
I did have a question, and I'm sure, because I can't see chat right now, I'm sure she's probably losing her mind asking me the same question over and over again. But to answer Lady's question,
About the puppy.
he's right there.
He's a lazy dog.
He is now. He's tired as hell, bro. Is my face still red, dude? Because I was just out. I had that dog running for a full 45 minutes out the power line trails. We were in the woods and just bombing down the trails. He runs faster than I do.
I
And I
saw it the
run.
other day when he wiped you out a little bit and almost took
Yeah,
you
he did.
completely out.
Oh, dude. Who was it? One of my wife's friends said that she saw that video and it looked like I got Jackie Chan to the side of the face.
It
And I just
did
went
kind of.
ass over to you, kettle. You just see my leg go, whee!
Yep. It's just see you having fun with the dog. All of a sudden, what just happened?
Hi, baby boy. Hi, baby boy.
I didn't see. I only saw the beginning of the video at first, and I didn't see him take you out. And then I heard her laughing when she was watching. Oh, what's so funny? Because he went down. Is it what?
Yeah, dude. He's a small dog. He's only 40 pounds. But I'll tell you what, he's got muscle and speed. Speed. And he's agile too. He is. Like, I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to take him out the woods trails because we have a bunch of down trees. And these down trees are pretty thick in girth. And I was afraid he wasn't going to get over them or he was going to hurt himself on a broken branch or something. I should never have worried. Should never have worried. He cleared everything like he was a champ, like he was a pro at this. And they were like, oh, no, you can't take him down the trails like that. You can't take him in wooded trails. He's not going to like that. You have to expose him slowly. He was more excited about going.
Yeah, they also said he was going to take forever to warm up to you. You got home and he was ready.
Yeah. Exactly. He was more ready to go down this trail than I was.
You got to remember, when you don't get the same dog at the shelter as you get when you get them home.
No.
They're not in their zone. They're not in their comfort zone. You give them that comfort zone, and it's surprising how fast any animal can hop out of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not want me to stop? You want me to keep rubbing your belly? All right. Yeah, dude, it's no lie. Like, you got to figure. All right, so a little bit of backstory on Whiskey. He was born in Georgia, somewhere in Georgia. He was a stray. He was picked up by a police officer. He was born July 11th of this year. So he's just about 9 months old. And he's just about 9 months old. And, all right. Yeah, that's my time check. I've got about 5 minutes. Because we've got actually, me and the wife, we have to go to a training session, dog training session.
Yep.
So
yeah, adults only.
Yep. Humans only tonight. So yeah, he was picked up by the police as a stray, brought to a shelter. He was at that point brought to another shelter, and then after that was brought to the MSPCA about 20 minutes away from us. And the only thing he's known ever has been the scary street and captivity. That's it. He's only known, when you go to a shelter, what do you typically see? Steel cages and linoleum flooring. You know what I mean? Yep. That's all he's ever known. He hasn't known carpets. He doesn't know what a couch is. And then he finds this super comfy thing that has a place for him to sit. And he's like, I'm in freaking heaven. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. It's a totally different scenario. You can say and try and learn all you want about an animal in that kind of an environment at a shelter, but you got to remember that the emotions and behaviors that dog is exhibiting pertain to being in captivity. You can only learn so much about the dog. You're not going to know 100% what's going to happen when you get him to a home because he's never had one. You know, so as a little bit of a backstory on him, he doesn't know what this is like. So for him, this is all new. He's never been to a place like this. He's always been caged in and in bad situations. But now he's got, 3 people that absolutely love him. One person he's not quite sure about that lives here at the house. But he's got 3 people that love him. He loves us, and he's getting comfortable day by day by day. The wife actually brought him to my work this afternoon for lunchtime. And he came right behind the counter, sat down, and was just loving life, just wanted to be next to me, and things have been progressing, which has been a concern of mine for a little while. The past week has been a little concerning for me, not knowing which way this was going to go. And but yeah, today marks a week that we've adopted Whiskey. So, but yeah, that's enough of the dog. Today is about the show. About the show. And I just wanted to go.
The dog has been a big positive in your life, so it's a big thing. And
it is. It's a big deal.
Same with loss, triggers of loss. When people are going through losses, losing an animal.
Yep.
Like you went through it recently. We've had quite a few people in the community within the past year have lost their pets. I mean, it happens continuously, but we noticed it really heavy this year because we were paying attention. And it makes a huge difference. Like Jake finally got another dog too. Mm-hmm. Same thing. Mm-hmm. He lost his dog, and it's tough because they're family. They really are. But it's also nice when you get like a new baby in the house, so to speak.
Yep. Oh, no, not so to speak. It is exactly that. You are getting a new fucking baby in your house. When you
Well, I just
adopt a
meant,
puppy,
I meant, so to speak, as in sometimes it's not a baby. It could be, if you're adopting
oh yeah.
an older animal,
Yep,
which I
yep.
like to do myself because even though you get less time with them, what's going to happen to that animal? Look at that. You got the cat right there.
Yep.
Oh, and the cat and the dog get along fine.
No. They've never met. They've never
Oh,
met. And
okay.
they never will. They will never meet.
That's
I will
probably
not
a good
allow
idea.
that to happen.
And good to see you, Derek. Love you, brother.
Hi, Derek. I can't see chat, but hi.
No, and Nate was here too. I saw Nate for a second there. I said hi, but quickly, but yeah,
But I got
it doesn't matter what it is. It's bringing you positivity in your life. That's another thing. Lethal, please feel free to post some pictures and videos and stuff if you can in the Discord in the pet section because
okay.
it makes people's day. You can see it. Like Noah and the Yo-Yo Casey loves animal pictures and videos. Loves them.
I'm gonna have to post some up in there too.
Yeah,
I'll have to.
it makes it.
I sent one the same video you were talking about earlier. I sent to Grim privately on Facebook, and I'm waiting to see if he's seen it yet or not. But I think he's gonna love that. I think he's gonna die when he sees it. What is up with your ear, dude?
But Mallory, great to see you here too. Thank you.
Oh, is that
guys.
Mallory Gates?
Yeah, Mallory Gates. And I want to say thank you. The reason tonight's episode is to thank each and every one of you for continuing this positivity and this movement forward and trying to help people. It's not something that I can try my best to try and do alone for starters, and so can Lethal because he does it on his show and he does it in his Discord. But trying to move that forward doesn't happen like it has. Like you see specific comments being made that'll be made here or made in chat, and they spread back and forth across. The positivity is, and that's the part I'm thanking everyone for. It's not
Right.
It's not isolated anymore. It's becoming more of a widespread thought, and that's something that you deserve a thanks for. And we all know that if you do something long enough, even if it's a positive thing, you do it long enough without a thank you, and it feels like you're not. Why am I doing this? Sometimes it's that thank you that keeps you driven, keeps you moving, keeps you motivated.
Like nobody's business. Like nobody knows. Like I've gotten that before in private messages, and it's taken a lot for me not to break down at that point, because the fact that I've helped and touched somebody's life in such a way, there's no words for that. There's no feeling that can imitate that, and that's what we started doing all this for. We didn't do this for ourselves. I mean, I'll admit that, you know what, by doing what I've done makes me feel better inside for myself, but I did it and do it to help others along their way as well.
That's initially how I started, was to help others because I went through so much and I've been through a lot of crap. And if I can do anything, like maybe even be more sympathetic on a different level than some people are because of that, and it helps one person, that makes it better for them, that's a good positive thing. What I didn't expect is what it made me feel like inside, and how much it would bring me out of my own depression that I didn't even know how bad it was when it started. I didn't realize my depression. I thought it was I was just living with it. I didn't realize it was actually still consuming me, and I didn't even notice. And I have a sneaky suspicion you were kind of in that boat too about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Where you didn't even realize how much, you knew you were a little down, but you didn't realize how much until you started coming out of it, like this past 6 months.
And that's typical for me. I usually don't, and that's not specific to just last year. That's every time that depression starts to set in. I don't really notice it at first. I keep plugging away at whatever it is I'm doing, and I just kind of tell myself it's all right, everything's going well, we're doing good. But inside, there's no lying to yourself. You can't get away from it, you can't run from it. So just by saying, you know what, it's all right, I'm fine, doesn't make anything go away. In fact, it gives it more time to build up and manifest in a negative way. And you don't want that to happen.
And humor is important too. And I'm saying this, and I specifically am thinking of Lando and Mallory, because if anyone hasn't seen any of Mallory's memes, it's just saying, and Lando's memes, he gets a little carried away sometimes too. I mean, we had a fun week this week, actually. We really did. There was a meme war going on back and forth.
Yeah.
It was fun. But you know what? That can make your day too, and you can connect. You never say a word. You literally can just, through memes, kind of give away where you're feeling or what you need. You know,
Indeed.
It doesn't have to always be spoken. Sometimes just, like you said, ghosting. That's all it needs.
Yeah.
You need
Some
to
people
hear
just need
those
to hear the
words.
words. You don't have to say anything. Some people just need to hear the words. That's
And
all
know-
it takes.
And know
But
if
I
they
do
need
have
it,
to interrupt.
it's there. You got
I
to
do
go.
have to interrupt and say I got to bounce, but thank you for letting me come on and share my 2 cents. And to everybody in chat, big love, guys. Stay up, stay healthy, stay safe, and I will catch y'all later on.
Hi
Big
guys.
love
Bye
to
guys.
both of you. Good luck, and let me know how it turns out.
Absolutely.
Message me later.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, night. Yeah. Smile, yeah. Lando, smile. Can turn your day upside down. Oh, no, he's going to flip the screen. You watch. He's done that to me before. But, you know, each and every one of you make a difference every day. Mallory, I can tell you for a fact that between sports and just the memes, I know you've helped me, and I'm pretty sure Derek, even in the nights and the after shows, after game night and such, makes a difference when you get somebody that's just being a positive person. And you all deserve a huge thank you. Derek, you've been one of those positive people. And another special shout out to Lee, who I know has been busy working a lot lately. So, you know, there's people in this community. You got the whole Mixing It Up crew. You got, it just keeps going on and on and on, our community. And how much positivity has spread throughout it. Unfortunately, in the past year, we've also lost some shows that were very positive. And that's kind of unfortunate. But those people most of them are still around in some capacity. Still trying to be as positive as they can. There's people that have lost their businesses or are going to lose their businesses or in those dire straight situations. And, you know, we need to be there for them and thank them for what they have done. So they know that what they did wasn't just a waste of time, because it wasn't. Every time they tried to do something to help somebody, it made a difference. Lando knows how to smile. Does it every time someone mentions lambas bread to you? Oh, the Lady Liberty. Sorry. That was Derek that said that. I read it wrong. Sorry, guys. No, I just wanted to thank you all. And thank everybody you know that has helped. If someone has helped you feel a little bit better, even if they don't know about it, and even if it's a while ago, just tell them. Just let them know that it helped. You know, if you're willing, let them know, because it makes a difference to them, and they're more likely to reach out to someone else and try and help them than they are if they don't know if it helped. Lando, that's mean. That was mean. Speaking of, yeah, all 4 teams won last week. So, yeah, there you go. The week before, all 4 of our teams lost. This last week, all 4 teams won. So, that didn't help us with the figuring out, you know, if one of us picking on another one right there, did it? Because, I mean, it's all lost, all won. Now we just need a tiebreaker for this weekend.
Yeah, my team is playing this weekend. They don't play till Saturday.
My team's going against Washington. So, yeah.
I can't remember who the hell we're even playing. I think it might be.
Are you impressed, Derek and Mallory? I actually know who my team's playing against this weekend. I haven't known that in a couple of years. It's so sad. You're no longer a team. The Bears. No. I don't know. the positivity moving here, and we got to give a special thanks to whether or not he's able to be here tonight or shows up at all. Special thanks to Addy Tooney. He's there in most everybody's chats, constantly trying to spread positivity, spreading suicide awareness, which we all know it's touched a lot of people in our community. It's the number one goal and the number one reason for doing this is to keep people from ever getting to that point. Ever getting to the point where they even need the suicide awareness hotline, creating a support network. But if they get to that point, it is good to know it's there, and they need to know it is there. But if you can be a person of interest in their, in their situation, that can change that from them even getting to that point, please do it. It's huge. Yeah, that's a tough one because my father actually committed suicide, and I was there once myself, so it's actually kind of a really touchy spot on me. But I should have reached out if I had. I mean, it's not like if anyone had known, they would have reached out to me, but I didn't let anybody know. The point is, if you reach out to people when you haven't heard from a while, there's a chance they might be doing that same thing where they're not even realizing they're pushing people away, or they're doing it on purpose. And maybe you reaching out can make a difference. At least know someone cares and might talk to you, might not, but you might make a difference even if they don't respond. That's the key. And I haven't even seen all that much on the suicidal waves coming in like they were. I don't see it as bad this year as last year, and this year had more potential to be bad even by this point. But remember, we're coming into the holiday season. People that have lost loved ones, this is going to be a tough time of year coming up. Mm-hmm. So I thank you in advance for anyone who reaches out during this time to help somebody through that time. It makes a huge, huge difference in someone's life when someone reaches out when they're desperately in need. If you know someone is going to be alone on the holidays, maybe even if you're busy on that day before, give them a call, or day after. Make sure they're doing okay. Give them a call, give them a message, whatever, however you can contact them. We're coming up on that. Yeah, the Satek family, yeah. We can definitely give a huge shout out to the Satek family. Lost him to COVID on his birthday, is what I've read earlier. And because of that, I also want to give a shout out to Michelle, because that's who posted that. I didn't realize it was his birthday. And because I worry about Michelle this time of year, because, she's been through a lot. It's not in a bad way, just, it's those people you care about that do go through things during the holiday seasons. And, yeah, spread that positivity. Fresho 3 being at home right now, not being able to be on his shows because he hasn't felt well enough. Still dealing with, doctors and figuring everything out. Give him a shout out because, send him positivity. You don't have to ask him what's going on because honestly, I think he'd rather wait until you knew answers on a lot of it. But just the positivity, wish him well. That makes a big difference when someone's going through something like that. Sorry, just, there's a lot of feels going on. I'm worried about this holiday season. I think we're starting off really well in our community. I think this has started off well so far. I'm seeing more reaching out. I'm seeing more people with a more stable, safety net. That's something we need to push through this year. I don't want to lose anybody in our community this winter because they were lost through the cracks. Let's try to cover those cracks as best we can. I've hit rock bottom. Good one, Mallory. See, that humor, that can make a huge difference. You see a little humor there. Remember, when Mallory says something funny, laugh at it. That little tiny smile might make your day later. You never know. You might be thinking later and start laughing again. When you're feeling down, all of a sudden just pops in your head. Random thought. Let it happen. Feel that positivity. That's the kind of thing we really need. Oh, boy. And Derek goes right at it. No, you guys are amazing people. Another amazing person that has been fighting for us for a very long time has been Grim Green. Fighting for people's rights for a very long time. Please tonight, give him a little love in chat. Give him a thank you. I mean, that's something we do usually say something, thank you for this, thank you for that. But let's make an extra effort tonight. Let's fill that chat full of as many thank yous as you can throughout the night. If you don't see that, you don't see chat, you see chat a full scroll, you don't see a thank you in there, throw it in. I'd like to see a really positive show for him tonight, because you know what? He's going through a lot of stress right now with the new legislation, not knowing exactly what's going to happen as well. That can make a huge difference for him. Remember last year when he had to take a little time away because his stress got so bad? That can happen again. Let's try to avoid that happening. Keep him from getting that rock bottom. If he's going to support us, we need to support him as well. It goes for anybody that's going through that stressful situation. If you follow a show, I mean, another person I would like to shout out to, because it's Legion and Breestones from across the way. They always are. They've started spreading that positivity in a major way on their shows. Like I said, I'm just kind of randomly shout people out through the night, because these are random people that I know have made a difference in somebody's life, and in some ways more than one person's life. I know both Breestones and...
There's not a vlog tonight because he had a dental appointment.
Oh, that's right. No vlog tonight. Okay, well, let's do that next week then. Sorry about that, guys. You know what? You can still send him a message. Thank you for all you do. Let's do that for the end of the night. Send Nick a message on whatever platform you might have him on. Most of us at least have him on something. Or I can send him a message on Instagram or Twitter. Just send him a message. Thank you for all you do. And let's see if we can kind of flood his inbox with a positive note. I mean, what's the worst thing you can do? You can go open it up. Yeah, it's flooded, but it's all just a bunch of thank yous. That's going to make him feel better. You might think it might be a negative thing. It's not. He's researching every day, looking through these videos, watching things, trying to watch the news, listening to people and their theories, and some of it's not theories. Some of it's actually going. Well, there you go, Mallory. Yep, he's going to be in Zoom tonight. Go ahead and get all those thank you memes going. You'll get ready. Meme Bomb 101. He's on, yeah, exactly. Can't get rid of the guy. He's on everything. And he's an amazing person. Him and Addie have been at this longer than anyone else that we know, consistently. There's others that have been around since the beginning, but some of them have taken breaks. They haven't. Those two have not taken breaks. They've been here pretty much since the beginning and not taking breaks. Push through. Addie, I don't know how he does it. I don't know if he clones himself or what, how he makes so many chats. Does anybody else get that weird feeling? Like, how does he do it? If it's show times,
maybe he's a robot.
That's all he does. And to be able to hit off those links like that, he deserves a thank you every chance you get to. Every time you see him in chat, throw him a thank you. Because not only does he deserve a high, but he deserves a high five or a thank you, because he's an amazing person that has done and dealt with a lot and watched this happen through this community. I mean, if you just took just the call to actions alone that guy has posted over the years, you could probably fill up like the Berlin Wall full of, just printouts of it all over the years. Different ones, not a repeating one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's thank someone who does that much for us. And Derek, thank you for also not just here, but, being a positive influence at your work. I know you can be. I know you have been. That makes a difference. I mean, just the way you've talked about, what would happen if they ever decided to not sell vapes. That's a big thank you, because you have enough conviction to know that what's right. You feel it's right in your heart and you go for it. That's important. It's extremely important. Thank you, to Nick. Thank you, Derek. And thank you for that. No, it's doing a lot for a long time, and like that, you get thank yous. I'm sure he does. But when things get overwhelming, the more thank yous you get back, the more it feels like he's not wasting his time. It's going to feel like that right now anyway, not knowing what's going to happen, dealing with the fake news, dealing with the conjecture, because we don't know exactly 100% of everything. So you have to guess, and he's always trying to sift through everything and trying to figure out what's going to happen. And obviously, those worst case scenarios can take over in your brain. Like, that's what I got to worry about. Chances of them happening in some cases, slim. But we've seen some of those slim cases become a reality. That truck was loud. We've seen some of these slim cases become a reality over the last few years. Although, honestly, some of it we knew was coming. It lasted longer than we thought it was going to. We just kept hoping it'd last forever. But the stress that someone can feel when they care so much about something. And to see it slowly torn apart, hoping that it'll eventually become rebuilt whole again. And hoping it'll at least happen in your lifetime. You got to realize this isn't something like, do you really think everything's going to change next year and everything's going back? No, even if it happens, it's going to be gradual back. Which means there's a long fight ahead of us. It means it's a long time for him to deal with this even more. It's even more important that we thank him for what he does constantly. Praise someone who's doing something, especially if they're going above and beyond to help you when you're not able to, or just help you because no one else is willing to. Yeah. There you go. Anybody who's supporting us, thank them. That they're supporting mental health in a real way. Those people that aren't. We all know that, like, there's talk shows and everything like that pretend to. That's not the people you think. The people you think are the ones that make a difference in someone's life. The ones that are on the ground, doing the ground pounding. Those are the ones that need to thank you the most. If they're doing someone in like a TV show thing, popularity, they might deserve a thank you, yes, but they're not the ones that aren't going to feel it. It's the ones that constantly every week are on, doing it regardless of what's going on, even if they don't feel like going on, like Nick does for vape, and Nick does for mental health too. I've seen him reach out and stop shows and give shout outs when needed. That's huge. So yeah, tonight's a huge thank you all around. It's a word that I'm going to say a lot excessively tonight because I cannot say it enough and mean it to the level that it really deserves to be said to everyone here and everyone that matters to us in our lives. Even you, Lando, thank you. I love the look on his face when he does. He tries so hard to not pretend like yeah, look at this.
Yeah, I was actually not even paying attention.
There's Addy. There you go. There's your chance, guys. Addy's in chat. I'm not going to say a word. There's your chance. Love you, Addy. I got an extra thank you for Addy because he did send this. But I would have thanked him anyway tonight because Addy has been like a pillar for not only the vape community, but for mental health for as long as we know. And probably goes back way farther than even we know as far as the mental health, being supportive of people. He's there everywhere. Lando called him a robot already, which honestly, to see what you do, it makes us wonder. Yeah. And thank you for that, Addy. Because we need that right now. We got a lot going on. I have not seen our community so bad this year as last year with the depression. It looks like the community is doing better. What we are seeing is people lashing out because of everything going on. Seeing some lashing out, like Lethal was mentioning when he was on, between the shows, someone calling someone out, then calling someone else out. And it's one of two reasons. One, drama sells. You get more people viewing when there's drama. Or two, the second thing is stress. Stress is getting to people, so they're lashing out. Thanking them for the things that they do that are positive helps with both of those things being less frequent. I mean, Addie, you do it a lot. And Addie can attest for this too. Like I said, this positivity movement thing has been spreading. It's been branching out more and more across all the different shows. You see things that are said in Nick's chat, and then you all of a sudden see them in an overseas chat, and you know it's not contained anymore. It used to be you wouldn't see that exact same phrase used because don't be afraid to reuse something that's positive. Go ahead and repost it. If it's a positive thing, it's never going to be a problem. To be honest with you, look at it right there. Suicide Prevention Hotline. That's exactly what I was talking about right there. Hopefully people don't need it, but it's there if you do. If you feel like the Discords and the content here or reaching out to someone here or someone in the community isn't enough, or if it feels desperate at the moment, call that number. 1-800-273-8255. Call it if need be. Or go to the Suicide Prevention Lifeline.org. Whatever you need to do, just don't let yourself get in that position, because if you're here and you can hear this, then you are obviously cared about, because there wouldn't be any reason for this show if you weren't cared about. Because we got, cuddly teddy bears like Lando in here,
No one's cuddling with me, goddammit. I'll kick you out of my damn room.
Don't make Steph lock you under the bed again. She's got a brand new bed. It might not fit. Or it might be too roomy, actually. It's bigger.
Well, she's not the only one that got a new bed. I got an air mattress now.
I'm happy that she's doing okay. That's all that matters. Banana balls. Yeah, exactly, Addie. I forgot that Nick wasn't on tonight. Later. That's another thing. Be positive tonight, to yourselves. Reach out to one another. Hang out if you can in any capacity, because anyone who's not, that usually watches the vlog, that's a hole in your week. It truly is. It's weird, but it can become a hole. If you're so used to watching a show every single week and then it's not there, something feels empty. Yeah. When he was on vacation, I'll be honest, Thursdays didn't feel right. They felt really off.
What the fuck, Mallory?
What? Sumo wrestling. Here we go.
I am not sumo. No one wants to see me in a fucking diaper. I wouldn't even want to see that. Ugh.
I wouldn't bet on that. There's bound to be someone. This is a very big world we live in with some very strange people. And they're all welcome to be strange in their own way. See, there's a smile, though. There you go.
No, it was not a smile. It was a look of disgust.
With the curled up lips. I saw it too, Mallory. I know. No, Addie, love you, brother. I was just joking about that earlier. Something about someone, who was it, was asking? Was you asking about re-wicking this? And I said, I'll just go to Addie and make him re-wick it in a caddy. So, no, not re-wick, but put a new coil in. But no, thank you, Addie. Appreciate it. And yeah, I was thinking about it. I was going to use my own liquid in it, and I was like, you know what? Uncle Chris is testing grounds in it. That way there I can share 2 of my family at the same time and kind of celebrate them both in the beginning. I still cannot get over your heat treat. Now that's something else. Anybody who has it, thank people for what they do too, even if it's just pictures. Like Addie with these, there's not a blemish on that as far as the heat treat. But you got Jake Scrapwood. The pictures and stuff I watch him do, we have, I haven't seen post much in a while, is a Paco. I haven't seen him in a while. Probably about time to reach out to him. I haven't heard from him in a little while. Used to hear from him quite frequently. But he does some amazing hand sculpting bone work and stuff. Celebrate these people. Ashton Palmer, I know he just got that unofficial, official, whatever, thing going on. Oh, God. Got that unofficial, official thing going on with Grim, but I give him a shout out. Go to Ashton Palmer for all your powder coating needs, because that guy's an artist. He truly is. He can do things you never expect that could be done. Go check him out. Give him some work. Why not? You'll enjoy it. You gonna buy him a water? He didn't say what kind of drink. Here, Addie, I bought you a water. It's half drink, but here. No.
It's free, but here.
Yeah, I got it free at the corner drugstore. They're giving them out because it's hot out there. Just picking Derek. I know better. No, Addie, you deserve a thank you from everyone on a constant basis. No, everybody does tend to thank you, but you deserve every moment of it. You've been here for a very long time, helping people in every way you can. Posting for the, did he already post the link for CASA to the call to action? I didn't look. I didn't see whether he did or not. But yeah, we gotta keep fighting on that. Like, if it gets to the point where DIY isn't even a possibility because you have to pay $5,500 for a 1 liter, 100 milligram. That's insane. That should never be even a possibility. And that's just the taxes. That's not even talking about the cost of the actual product. That's just the bonus on the taxes. Yeah, I can think, well, I got a few $1,000, $20,000 in my fridge or whatever, freezer. Problem is, that runs out eventually or expires. So at some point, you're either going to have to get more, or you could try and sell it, but you're only going to have that money temporarily, and if you run out, you're done. Yeah, that's true too. Duchess is actually amazing. I love Duchess too. Give a shout out to him too. Even though he tries to act, he's like Lando, likes to get that gruff face and everything, but he's also, I've seen him help a lot of people as well. Like I said, tonight's about thanking anyone we can think of. If you think of someone that really has made a difference and you've noticed it, give them a shout out. Say it there, and I'll try to read it off as long as I can see it in chat, because these people deserve it. They really, truly do. They made a difference in my life. I know the Stew Crew in general made a difference in my life. That's when I started feeling the difference and change in me. Like, I didn't feel quite so blah. I was in this big fog. It started lifting. Got me to the point where I actually got on YouTube, which I got to give shout out to Casey Green for that. She got me started with that Dollar Tree pie review she asked for. That was my first video. And that's because of Casey. When she found out about that, she about lost it. She couldn't believe it. But it is. It was because of her request that I actually finally uploaded. Because I'd been thinking about it for a while, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. Hated being in front of camera. Yeah. If you want to know about beer, go to Poon Sauce. And you know what? He does it in a very positive way, too. I mean, just listen to him talk about the can art alone. That's worth the price of admission to check it out. Yeah, go ahead and sing in chat. You know, someone's going to laugh at you. Thank you for being a friend. That's off Friends, right? It's coming up. My daughter's birthday's coming up this month, too. Ugh, that's scary. We got, if anyone has any anniversaries or anything coming up, please remember you can post them in the Discord. There's a place, if anyone's in the Discord, post them in there. If they're coming up, try and post them ahead of time so that it can remind us, in case you're feeling too down, we'll know enough to reach out during those times. Even if you posted before, go ahead and feel free to repost again if you posted last year, because it'll be a reminder to those of us that might not remember right away certain dates because we got a million of them in our head, just to be there for one another during this time. I mean, Lando, you did a good job of that this year, by the way, posting for your birthday. You did a countdown timer.
Yeah, last time I'm doing that ever. Yeah.
You don't want to remember your birthday anymore?
It's getting to the point that my birthdays are just not fun or exciting anymore.
Oh, that's great, Derek. Thank you for that. Flyers on the counter of every shot for the CASA call to action. And make sure you mention to anyone you can to have them do it if they can. You can get them to do it right there if you can. It only takes a minute. If you can get them to do it in front of you, then you know it actually gets done. I mean, don't force it, obviously, but if you can talk them into it, go ahead. It makes a difference. No, they see the number. Yeah, I know that, Addie. I was thinking it. Scared to see if Michelle does watch the replay. I don't want to bring it up and remind her ahead of time, but yeah, in 5 days, we want to remember that, and not necessarily just send your love to Michelle. She probably could start using it right now. You don't even really have to wait. That's rough. She's dealing with that. The holidays for her are hard. I get that. The one Thursday I might miss for the first time ever, it's looking like I might actually take Thanksgiving off and actually visit with my family in New York. I haven't been there for Thanksgiving in over a decade. So I might go and visit with them and miss my first Thursday ever. I'm sorry, guys. Even on holidays I've been here. But I might do that. But beyond that, that holiday there is a rough one. But they wanted me to travel during Christmas, and I can't. I don't want to be behind a wheel during Christmas in my own thoughts. That's a tough time of year. My son's birthday was December 29th, right in the middle. Bad time. So be mindful, too, if you know an anniversary is coming up. Don't get caught alone in a bad situation. You don't want to be caught driving alone in a car for a long car ride if you know that you're probably going to it's stuck in these thoughts because you're already in that kind of hazy mindset. And Addie, I'm going to say this too. Thank your mom for coming home. Because I know that was worrisome for you. And I'm very thankful that she is home. Thankful for people being where they can be. And when a loved one's in any type of crisis situation, you want to... And if you know someone's going through something and their loved ones are in a situation dealing with something, you could also send out some love to Texas Mama. Her mom is still unsure about whether or not she has the virus. We don't know for sure because the first test they had something screw up on it, so they had to have a second one. And I haven't heard back that she was negative or positive, so I know that she's getting special treatment for her dialysis and stuff. So yeah, send a little love that way too to Hope, Texas Mama. Extend this family. Be thankful to each other. Be helpful to each other, and continue that through this year. The holiday season's upon us. Season change is upon us. It's extremely important. Oh yeah, if I go, I was wondering what she's talking about. So when I go on that trip, I just haven't been there. My aunt and uncle are the oldest in the family now, and I don't know how many more years they have left. So I want to make sure and get out there for at least, this year. It's been a long time. My uncle already went through a lot. He got in a bad accident, smashed himself up pretty good, and wound up being forced to retire. So few years ago, and I haven't been out to see him since this happened, so it's time. Yeah, thank you, Addie. Yeah, Texas Mama, give her some love. Her and Caitlin some love, because Caitlin, anything that affects Mama and her mom will definitely affect Caitlin. So give a little love that direction. Give love to the Greens always, because they are very, very positive people in this community. Always have been for the longest time. Birthday, yes. So anniversaries, please post anything and if the person doesn't mind as has posted before, you can give us a heads up on others as well a little bit. Just don't go overboard and say personal information stuff that maybe they don't want to hear, and maybe even run it by them first if possible. But yeah, anniversaries and stuff, if we know about them, we can actually be there for one another. We can support each other more positively and keep people from falling through cracks. Little tango action there. I see a little dancing. Disco Potato, send her some love. She went through some big changes, selling her house and everything, trying to sell her house and everything. Oh, another big shout out too to the Garrity's. They actually sold their house, right? Isn't that what I read on there? Congratulations to the Garrity's. Angela, another positive person in the community. I know of more than once I've sat there and listened to music for her for hours on end, and when I was having a bad day. And it doesn't. The simplest thing like that can make a huge, huge difference. It was during the holiday season when around my son's anniversary. It was birthday. So yeah, thank everyone who can be there for you and has been there for you. Lando, is there anybody else that you'd like to give a thank you to? Can you think of anyone else that you really has helped you, even either in the community or outside the community?
Honestly, I can't really think of anyone other than my parents. I mean, my dad, he hasn't really been there my whole life, but lately he's been coming here, visiting every couple, 3, maybe even 2 weeks or so. There's that. And like I told Tim earlier, my mom got me a new bed because I'm pretty sure she just got sick of hearing me talk about my back problems. So she's like, fuck it, I'll just give him this. Even though I was looking at beds, and honestly, I don't think this will be a temporary bed. It's just something that I can sleep on until I find something more permanent. It's honestly a queen-size bed in this tiny-ass bedroom. It's too big.
Okay, we're going to delegate. Mallory, you're in charge of trying to get Derek home. And a shout out to Skip Murray for Mallory. No, yeah, just, and, well, you have another person to thank, I can say for sure, Lando. Somebody got you to get over your fear of custards.
Yeah. I mean, well, you can't see the bottle because there. You can see it in my face. You'd rather see that than this.
Because as much as I haven't mentioned him in a while, I keep forgetting. But yeah, Will is definitely a very positive person in the community. He actually reaches out to a lot of people. He reaches out to people when they need something. He has. You know, this.
Like when he was sending me this stuff, I didn't ask for it. I didn't say anything to him. And he sent it out for my birthday. I mean, I got it a week late, but still, I mean, huge shout out to Will for helping me out, because, I mean, before that stuff showed up, I only had this left. And I was unable to get a hold of the person that made that, so I was running very, very low, and now, well, I'm kind of running low now because I got less than half the bottle gone on this one. And this one, I think is, yeah. I've hardly touched it. It's like right here. If you can see it.
Yeah. I've seen Will on many occasions in a Stew Crew Discord reach out to people.
Oh, yeah. He's there every night. Just like me and Frames and Poon Sauce and Uncle Chris and a bunch of other people that we see every freaking night.
It is hard to try to make sure you don't forget somebody. That's why I said the entire Stew Crew, because the Stew Crew is always there for one another. And unfortunately, a few members of the Stew Crew itself have went through a lot this past year. Shout out to Frames especially. This past year, this family's went through some serious things, and you know that I'm very happy they all pulled through. Thank you, Addie. Yeah, Frames Jankling Vapor. Frames he's went through a lot this year. Yeah, Meter and Larry for holding on the kitchen. And Larry and Zippy for having me on Mixers Helping Mixers. There's nothing I was more proud to be asked to be a part of because of Trucker. To try and carry on his legacy as best we can.
Yeah.
With someone who it's a thank you we can't thank, unfortunately, in person anymore, but that's a huge thank you to Trucker for all that he did for the community and caring for people individually, just reaching out when they needed it for a very long time. No, that's someone we can't replace. We just can't. That's sad truth of it is even when we add more people, we don't replace the ones we've lost. We just continuing on and trying to honor them as best we can. I feel that way about Fresh right now while he's taking some time off to deal with his, medical issues. Seriously, nothing but love for you, Fresh. And yeah, we can't replace you. We can't. We need you back. So just don't rush yourself back, but at the same time, rush yourself back. Get healthy, but get healthy the right way. But do it as well as quickly as possible because we miss you. Yeah, and Adam too. Yeah, Adam. The other night, Adam, I was kind of having this weird off day, and Adam came into Zoom. We were in Zoom, and Adam started playing his guitar. Adam Pilarczyk. I'm gonna say his last name, Pilarczyk. I think I said that right. I don't know.
Yeah, I used to know how to say his last name, but then
I'm sorry, Adam. I probably butchered your last name, but
yeah.
he played some music and he played the guitar and tuned it and stuff, and started playing some jams. Pilarczyk. I did say it right then. Okay. But he played some music and he was just jamming, and that there's something about, I don't know if anyone else gets this too, live music. I have my buddy I help take care of the guys with. He plays occasionally too, although I admit I'm a much better player. And he doesn't butcher the lyrics as bad. And Lumi, yes, thank Lumi. But you're in there and he was playing that music, and it just changed my whole mentality for the day. I miss having live music events when you're here. This year they had a few, but they're kind of like hodgepodge. You're seeing not just, and unfortunately, the crowd not showing up as much, but you're not seeing the musicians get out as much. They're not 100% convinced, so you're getting less of that talent out at these shows, at these ones that they just do out in the plazas and stuff like that. You don't see as many of the musicians showing up. And it makes a difference in my life when I get to go watch these things and listen to them. Live music, even if it's not music I care for, because they're doing it, it gives that tone, that feeling that kind of resonates throughout you. Because they're bringing it forth. I feel that extremely when we watched Michelle with the Doldrums this last year. Did anyone else get that? Like, you could tell the way she was into her music, especially when they played that song for her son. It's like, if anyone didn't feel that, I don't know how. Because you could feel it, you could see it, you could see the way she was feeling the music, and that just, it resonates through your body. It just does. Yeah, thank you, Swaggy, for making some amazing. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, following Mallory Gates. Yeah, do that. Give her a follow on Twitter. Why not? She's right there. You can't even say she can't know who she is. She's in the chat. So, yeah, thank you, Mallory, for your post. Thank you for those Saturday night after shows where you guys start talking sports, you and Derek, and you start posting memes. That makes a difference for me. It brings my mood up lighter every time. Every interaction I have with our community, our family, brings me up, and I thank you for that. That being said, we have been on for a while, so I am going to cut this off, so this isn't a 2-hour show where me just repeating thank you, because that's what it's about. Thanking every single one of you for everything you do all the time. Huge, extra big, like humongous worldwide thank you for Addie, for all that you do for everyone all the time, and what seems like everywhere. That's the part that we can't get over, the everywhere thing. I know you do your rounds, so to speak, but it is amazing how many chats you touch, how many times you are able to spend time still getting on Twitter. I will tell you, getting on Twitter now is more difficult than it ever used to be.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I don't even, I get busy enough that I hardly have the time, and Addie's more busy than I am. And the Monday night show with Wendy and DeMillan with him, try never to miss it. I have to, because the bunny will throw a fit, because the bunny's thankful for you too, Addie, just saying, because if she doesn't get her Addie fix on Mondays, we get a grumpy bunny. True fact. Oh, by the way, when this when I had this today, and I said, "Oh, look what Addie sent," and the bunny looked around looking for you, trying to look at the TV and everything, trying to see if she could find you because I said your name. So yeah, just to say, Bunny's a fan. So love you guys. You guys have a great night, and thank you for being here. And please, yes, send a thank you to Nick. You know, he's going through a lot right now, an extreme lot, dealing with all this stress. He could really probably use the booster of getting thank yous from everybody. Just don't thank him for anything specific if you don't want to. Thank him for just being there for so long and putting up with so much. You know, it's just send him a love. If you don't want to send thank you, send positivity. Let him know how much you care. All right. Good night, guys. Love you all. You have a good night. And reach out to those you haven't heard from, as you could save a life or at least make their day a better one. Good night.